So now let's look at the consequences that these idiots are trying to avoid considering. The pro versus the con. The ideal man versus the conformist. If a woman is with an ideal man, they have a romantic death that may be painful if they submit to him. If they submit to the conformist, they have an empty psychology-based death that may be painful. So what? So fucking what? If they submit to the pro, their rape risk is actually reduced, even though they're targeted for rape. Because he's a martial artist, and when they put their heads together, they can do things like barricade doors, seal windows. They can put messages on the doors by their bed on the wall. He'll go to great lengths to protect her. Whereas there's 620,000 women raped a year, and they're all conformists. 2,000 conformist women are raped every day. Okay? 620,000 rapes a year. Okay? The rape risk is actually increased if you're a conformist. Not if you work from the inside, perhaps. But then again, sleeping with a dog to keep yourself from being raped is a form of rape now, isn't it? I don't think they've really thought this thing through. Yes, their judgment is related to them being unreceptive. Let's move on. That's the second point here. The ideal man, the pro-pet, profit, prophet, right? Versus the con man, the con artist relying on illusion. Okay. Martial artists as an illusion versus the true art of marshaling things for the Lord as an application. Demonstration, present. Anyway, moving on. The pro, a spiritually fulfilling life with reason and maybe reduced sense as you're sabotaged. Versus a psychology-based lie with material conformity. And it varies. Now, this guy has already pointed in the right direction. He's taken off. Once he's persecuted and he refuses to give in, he's moving in the right direction. His reason is now enough. His various levels of consciousness is now enough at this point. Okay. So the pro is a spiritually fulfilling life with reason based on the highest senses, versus a psychology-based life where you throw away your sense anyway to conform, your ability to sense and cultivate a higher honing of the senses. Okay. Honest, right? Hones, honest. The T is the feminine suffix, right? Honorable, hone, you're able, right? So you're living a lie. So they're, living a spiritually fulfilled life versus living a lie, basically. Moving on. To be right with the truest ancestors' wishes, if for nothing else. Versus the con. Your family is potentially sabotaged. There's a great risk if you do not side with the con. So therefore, you're siding with the people of your people who are living in the highest states of dishonor that your people have ever known, which is assimilating to the people that killed your most righteous, some of the most righteous of your ancestors, and to go against their true wishes for your culture and for their children. Okay, these are the pros and the cons. To me, each one of these pros outweighs the con. It's a no-brainer. Who do you want to be right with? Your children that are betraying your ancestors and what's left of your ancestors and you to be some kind of Nicki Minaj slut. What the fuck is wrong with you? You impress upon them why not to conform and why to die with sacred morality intact. That is your job. Not to make them a mind control puppet and to be the best mind control bitch they can be. Whose side are you on? Complete sickos or your most honorable ancestors and the Creator? It's a no-brainer. Next one. When you consider the trajectory of corporate greed and mind control in terms of children. I kind of just went over this. Versus the con, to submit more mind control and psychiatry as a family value. So to end this trajectory, right? Stand with this person, don't have any kids. If you have kids, train them the best you can be, right? End this trajectory. My family's done. We will not continue my bloodline in dishonor. Versus submit to more mind control and psychiatry as a family value. There's no way around that. Next one. Remember, this is consequences series. Okay, the Statue of Liberty, Libera, Proserpina, right? The pro-serpent, right? As Persephone, who Hades kidnapped and made her more and more like a demonic fuck. Hades from Pluto. Pluto literally means the rich. The rich is beneath the earth, right? Sorting through the crap to get something shiny to put on your necklace. Oh, I'm from. They shovel through, dried piss, shit, and other fertilizer, things, and got me in the dirt to get me this shiny metal, and I'm wearing it like I'm something important, right? It's stupid. It's stupid, right? Think it through. Think it through. Okay. So, you live a real life, even sabotage, versus you live this cyber reality. We see it everywhere with the billboards, the flashing lights, the cartoon kind of lifestyle, the distractions, the sugars, the substances, all the distractions, the psychology. They keep you a busy, mind control kind of cyber reality, kind of puppet, where sex becomes more like cyber sex than making love. So everything, including your love life, is reduced. So, that's another pro. To truly make love with a hero versus sleeping with some kind of conformist beta male sicko. I mean, it's fucking, what are we even talking about here? Within the first two of them, it's a done deal, much less this whole list. Every point that they make, they're wrong. That's why there's wordplay and illusion in the first place. Because if you know better, it is a no-brainer to stand with Pharaoh. Okay, the next point. Morality and true dignity. God's moral will and truth. Okay? Versus complicity with evil and sex slavery and lies. The bottom line, like I just said, the wordplay gives away the wise human chooses the ideal man. Fair to them is a play on words for fear. Okay? They're trying to scare you into doing the wrong thing. Conclusion, with their lies and their brute force and so on. Conclusion: it is more stupid than evil to choose the con. They aren't smart, good, brave, righteous, spiritual, mentally developed, right? This reflects their breeding, right? If you're a fucking dumbass, it's retard, clumsy, right? This is the opposite of the sharp, astute, keen martial artist with insight and wisdom derived from morality and consistency with the truest principles of who they are and their ancestors and the Creator. They're not mentally developed. There's a component of genetics here because a lot of these people are working from the inside. And almost everyone's aware of the evils of conformity. And a lot of people are work from the inside. They're aware, right? They're not truly mentally developed. Okay, so they have the discipline to be disciplined enough to understand why Lois Lane, the idea of Lois Lane sticking up for and dating Superman even though she's at risk. Right? When we look at this thing, is Lois Lane Wonder Woman? Right? She's a regular person that's putting herself at risk. She knows Superman has enemies. She sticks up for him in the newspaper articles and so on. Okay? Why don't they understand that? Why do they watch these cartoons with these morals and grow up to be the Maleficent, Ursula, Cruella de Vil? How could they not understand these things? Certainly they've been bred to be stupid and evil. Evil isn't just evil, it is stupid. Okay. 3 minutes tops. African American witchcraft. Attitude, ghetto attitude. Where's the ghetto attitude come from? This is not just a poor person. Some poor people live with certain respect. Look at go to Ethiopia. Go to some villages in Nigeria. There's a lot of poor people that carry themselves with a certain grace. So why the ghetto attitude? It is actually a satanic attitude, which is a consequence of screening out the martial arts order and embracing the voodoo, kind of Santeria, the hoodoo, the variations and the various mixes of people like the New Orleans, the Creoles, that embrace these ideas. It's witchcraft. Okay, she's not just a feminist bitch. Her culture is based on witchcraft and breaking down the family for satanic liberation, which goes back to Libera, the Statue of Liberty, Liber, okay, Persephone, Hecate, Hera, and all the other mixes. The Isis, presentation as Isis as a sorcerer, presenting herself as a decent person to create this kind of slut-faced Harpocrates baby whore, All right. So this witchcraft was derived from their attitudes toward this social order. Okay, social, social order backwards, red row. Okay, the row on the pyramid at the bottom, really, of the people who see things in a worldly kind of evil manner that are trying, the Pharaoh was trying to evolve in the right direction. They eventually rebelled and they flipped the pyramid upside down. Okay, so now the rich are the spiritual bottom feeders instead of the spiritual elite. And you're out of your fucking mind if you don't see it that way, when even Pluto and their own culture that they embrace, means the rich. I mean, you are out of your mind. Sophisticated means profane. It means the absence of spirituality. You're just nuts if you don't understand what they're getting at with their forms of Sophia, right? Female, psyche, female soul. If you don't understand, they're putting the submissive beta idea above the true natural direction through the martial arts order. You're just nuts. If you even need this explained to you, if you can't just look at society and put it together and say, hey, let me find an uncontrolled opposition hero, and of those, the martial art, and some kind of martial arts is going to be the ideal. If you can't do that, you are nuts. It goes back to the ill-gotten gains, right? Mentally ill, illusion. They are satanic gains. They're not just ill-gotten gains. They're embracing the principles of evil. Set, right? Set in Min, the Scorpion King, right? Scorpion, even in Mortal Kombat, this demon who's, get over here! He's pulling you to his perspective. Okay? And of course, the Scorpion, Judas, right? The kiss of death. Scorpio, the Zodiac. Demons that can't restore the divine order. That's who they are. Fallen angels. They could have been saved, but they need the spirit of life. They needed me in the end. It goes back to the spear and how it relates to the tree and the branches and the sticks. And also the tree versus a vine. Going one way versus branching out. You cannot come back to, it's more accurately defined as a spear that's going, it's going from father to son, the spear of life, the spirit, the vine. It's straight up and down. It's not branching out. They all can't bring you to God. Only the Pharaoh's only begotten son of Ra, the top martial artist of his children, who certainly, if humanity is doing the right thing, is going to be the top martial artist. If they cripple that person, which they're doing with eugenics, it is lost. They don't gain the new actual direction. They live in image, and God, the Creator, will never forgive them. Ever. I'm not the only one disgusted at the thought that a bunch of pirates can rape and kill everyone, commits a few gold-digging kind of mentally ill whores that didn't, while all the other respectable women were fighting to the death or killing themselves. So a few kind of attractive women like, I'm scared, I'm a dumb bitch, I'm a coward, I'm despicable. And they bred with these pirate dogs to then create a new race of people that's a little bit more fit than the hellbellies, right? Pot bellies, right? Pig, boar, hippo, okay? Pot belly, hellbelly. What don't you get? And they raped all these people, these islanders and these Africans and the Chinese and so on, and all these Native Americans, all the people they raped to get this new form. Then you have these Native Americans who are mixed with white. Okay, why is that? Is it because they're mixed with divine females that decided that the true direction was to sleep with the oppressor? If you believe that, you are a stupid fuck. These are the whores that rode the fucking beast.